to invite Dave Wilson to come and say a few words. Dave Wilson, founder member of the Society.
I'm in dangerous territory, folks, because once I start talking, I really can't stop.
We know.
David mentioned the origins of the Society in 1938, the very first coming together of the Leigh schoolboy, Tom Edmondson, who went to Leigh Grammar School presided, Frank Horrocks, the council worker on the roads, and Tom Durkin, who unfortunately just after 1938 was involved in the Second World War. He was killed in Italy, and with wildlife today and other things in life, we're talking statistics and bird lists and all the rest of it. But I think there's sometimes a right to be sentimental and emotional. And on my back table there, I've got a little poem written by Tom Durkin just before he was killed, looking forward to coming back to see the flash, which he never would do. And I think that kind of commitment by a man overseas is reflected here in the number of people in the Society now who are totally supportive of what we try to do. On that back table, it's like a trip back to the Middle Ages. You've got the minutes books from 1971. I've got old newsletters which people might want to look at. We haven't mentioned yet, I mentioned to David Sharcroft the other night, I think there are 4 stages in this Society's history. The first stage is what I just talked about, the 3 naturalists who got together in 1938. The second stage was the growth of the Society in the 1970s. We began with 7 in 71, we had over 100 6 years later. Surprisingly, the officers and committee, 14 people in the 1970s, only 4 of them from Leigh, because we'd widened our, people had cottoned on to the fact that we were a going concern, we were an excellent society, and we had members in important positions from Chorley, from Billings, from Horwich, and so on. The 4th stage, I think, is the most important stage in this Society's history. And it is, what do we leave for the people who come after us? And we're all here listening carefully, but do you realise now that not one of us in this room will ever again hear locally a cuckoo? Other species, the skylark and blackwing and the partridge, they are also on a downward slide. And if I wouldn't like to be about if people ask the question, where were the cuckoos or what did the skylark sound like? Because then in some way we wouldn't have, or society in general wouldn't have protected those places. And I think, I don't want to end on a sad note, but the onslaught on open countryside and the loss of habitat automatically leads to the decline of species. And so politicians alike and people who vote, I would urge you all please, try to get the message across that our open spaces, they might look rough, like North Leigh or Gadbury or Pickett Green, they might look rough. They are havens for wildlife. They are not expendable, and if we can retain those for future generations, I think we will have done a good job.
Yeah.
If anybody comes in, I'll start talking next in that table over there. You'll have to come and talk, folks. I'm very passionate about people and about what we stand for. And what a performance by this young man here. What a speech he gave. And the gentleman who made the presentation. David, you're a credit to us all. Come back and have a final word.
Well, big shoes to follow when I joined the society 48 years ago and subsequently became the chairman, I think 28 to 29 years ago. But we try to follow in the footsteps of these passionate people, and so long may it continue. And as you can see, the society is well respected within our locale, and we're so proud to receive the award. Can I thank everyone for attending once again? Our Mayor, Mr James Grundy, MP, Chris Green, MP, and all the council officials that are here. Lots of the teachers and the children from St Thomas's School, and lots more. So, without further ado, let's get on and enjoy ourselves.